If we are all squared away, let's get to tonight's session of Critical Role's Call of the Netherdeep. The quest to find the location of the Apotheon, known to the mortal realm as Elixion, continues. During our last session, the party arrived in the desert metropolis of Ank'Harel and met with the Allegiance of Allsight, led by Headmaster Alakritos. And it was there that Alakritos and Prolix, who you met back in Batsazan, had discussed with you the possibilities of joining the Allegiance of Allsight. But so far, you guys have kept the information about the Jewel of Three Prayers to yourselves, despite its awakened state and your second vision from Elixion, who still repeats his request in order to be rescued from whatever prison the Apotheon resides in. You're still trying to understand information about the Jewel of Three Prayers and what it means to you. But of course, what of your rivals, who apparently made an error in judgment by siding with Aloysia Telfan and the Consortium of the Vermillion Dream during your last meeting? Where are your rivals now? Only time will tell in tonight's episode of Critical Role called the Netherdeep. When last we left, you guys had just finished having a conversation with Headmaster Alakritos and learning all there is to know about the Allegiance of Allsight. As Prolix gives you his address in the Sigil District, from where he, of course, invites you guys to stay with him. He also mentions several types of lodging based upon the type of accoutrements that your party is used to. Anything from wretched to wealthy lifestyles of rest. You guys are welcome to peruse one of those establishments as well if you find living with the scholarly type, Prolix the scholarly type, to be a little bit out of the way. That is up to you, though. As you guys exit the Allegiance of Allsight headquarters, located in the Terrace Schoolhouse, you guys remember that you have had a conversation with Question about perhaps joining the Cobalt Soul. You also know that the Consortium of the Vermillion Dream is still out there, and their machinations are likely not at an end as of yet. And so, as you guys exit the Terrace Schoolhouse, wondering where to go next, what would you guys like to do?
I think we need to seek out one of the other factions and see what they're about. I don't think any other business for now in this place.
Okay. Any responses to that?
How much money do we have?
Luke?
Give me a second. It's not a ton.
While I'm doing that, I'm gonna turn the light on.
300 gold. About.
Okay.
3 silver.
We have a decent amount of rations still, and a potion of hill giant strength as well.
Okay.
So we think he's buried under the city somewhere. Is that
Who?
I think that the third piece of the Jewel of Three Prayers is somewhere here.
Because we saw a vision of the city before this city was here, and there was like a jungle.
Mm-hmm.
But this city's built on top of an old city.
Right, yeah, we should probably figure out what that's about. I suspect, let's see. I suspect, that whatever faction we side with might have their own goals for investigating that city. I know it's isn't it kind of in the control of, the
talked to, I think.
Yeah, the ones we just talked to, aren't they kind of in control of it? Allsight, yeah.
Right.
So I think the headmaster mentioned something about it when we were talking to him.
He did.
Yes, the headmaster of the Allegiance of Allsight did mention a place known as Kale Morrow. That is, he didn't tell you exactly where it was yet, though,
No.
seemingly wanting to wait until you guys had made a decision about joining the Allegiance of Allsight. In fact, you even got the impression that Alakritos was, in fact, probably playing his cards a little close to the chest with, shall we say, new hires.
Right, which I can't blame him. We're kind of doing the same thing. And then he also gave us a suspected location of where the Vermillion Dream might be operating out of, correct?
That
was
is
in the
correct. Yeah,
Bazaar.
go ahead.
In the Suncut Bazaar somewhere.
Correct. Somewhere in the Suncut Bazaar. You don't know where.
Right.
Which is over here someplace.
Okay.
Is anyone actually considering that?
Well, I would be interested in hearing what they have to say, because we could at least maybe find out information about their goals and everything. Like, even if we don't want to join them, we're probably going to be working against them, so it'd be good to know as much about them as we can. You know what I mean?
I do, but there's no version of that we can walk in without the thing that they almost killed us for.
True.
I don't really consider them, but I don't hate to hear information, but you're right. I don't trust walking in there. You could probably gather information.
But do they know, or did only Aloysia know? Because I don't know if Aloysia ever got her information back to them or not.
Well, we don't. I don't want to. I don't know how to say this any better. We don't know what they know.
Right.
So I don't think we should go anywhere near them. They're not good people, is all we really know so far.
I would assume they also sent Alicia looking for the gem, and they might recognize it even without her information. So I would agree with Alan. I think going in there is...
Yeah. There's also sending spells, which Kitty knows nothing about, but Alan does.
Furthermore, I'm going to make this point as the dungeon master, but the only people, the people, considering that you need these factions in order to learn more about the jewel itself, and also if your goal is Kael Morrow, where it is, you're going to need that at least. Then I also remember that you guys are trying to play the fact that you have the jewel pretty close to the chest. And right now, the only two people that know that you have the gem in Ank'Harel are Question and Aloysia, and she's dead. And the rivals. You know, if they're here.
Or we don't know where they are, yeah.
You have no idea where they are, though. So that is another point. Is a Question already knows you have the jewel. As such, probably her superiors do by now as well.
And we're looking at like 2 days before we get contacted by Cobalt Soul.
I might advance that one. I thought that was a little strange, so I might advance that one. But it really depends on, you know, I'm probably gonna advance that one. To tell you the truth.
Well, if we did take a sort of 2-day situation, I wouldn't mind trying to say over those 2 days gathering information about the city and points of interest and stuff like that.
Okay, that's fine. What else do you guys think?
That's fine if we decide to do that, but I also think that we can just, well, I guess we don't know exactly where they're located, but
We know what district they're in, right?
but we could just go find them, and
Yeah, if I remember right.
Yeah. I think if we just start walking through that district, we could, some of them will recognize us. I'm sure they're
Yeah.
around.
I'm sure Question
spies.
will. Yeah, I'm sure Question will. Question doesn't seem like the type to have kept the last few days' events to herself.
Yeah. They're mostly like scholars and monks.
Yeah.
They're all kind of scholar factions.
Yeah, the Cobalt Soul is probably a little bit more, I would say, militant than the Allegiance of Allsight. The library the Library of the Cobalt Soul certainly, certainly collects information and recovering lost knowledge and that sort of thing. But another goal of theirs is to also keep it out of the hands of the of those who might misuse it. Whereas the Allegiance is free education for all is, the Allegiance, which is probably the major difference between the two.
Gotcha.
And I would definitely like to talk to them.
Yeah, I also want to talk to them.
You just want to go right now?
You guys do have the Sending Stone, the Question gave
Yeah.
you. There is that.
I still got it.
Are we cool with that?
So, call Question up.
It's not going to be Question.
Well, whoever answers, say, can we move the meeting forward?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I'll go call Io Zalzar.
Iwo Zalare? Is that who you're saying?
Zalare, yeah, I think it's really tiny on my screen.
Sorry.
Not you.
Yes. Question did mention Iwo Zalare as being her superior in the Cobalt Soul.
Yeah, I'll have the Sending Stone.
Okay. There is a magical sort of effect that comes off the Sending Stone, and at the other end you hear the familiar voice of Question.
Hello? Hello?
Oh.
Is this my order? I'm trying to make sure that my order of spiced shrimp is on its way. It doesn't seem to be here yet.
Question. It's Magnus.
Oh, so sorry. I'm
Completely different
terribly
voice,
sorry.
apparently.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were my shrimp delivery man. Excuse me.
No.
Yes, hello. It's good to hear from you, Magnus. How are you?
I think we're just gonna head over there now. Do you have like any kind of directions?
Oh, well, I think that's actually a fantastic idea. You see, I managed to swing by and report to Iwo Zalare about your party and the information about the jewel. He was very interested. He wanted me to contact you, but I wanted to make sure I got my shrimp first before I called you.
Oh, well, that's fine. I don't know that's how these stones work, but I do appreciate the feedback you're giving me right now.
Then who was I talking to?
I don't know.
It did sound very muffled. Were you keeping the stone in your pocket?
It was for a moment, and then I pulled it out just now.
Oh, is that why that my order didn't get taken? Oh. Oh well, I'll just get something on the way, that's fine.
Okay.
Tell her not to give up on the shrimp.
Hard to get shrimp in a desert city.
Demand your money back. Question.
Trusted.
Got scammed.
All right.
All right.
That's a good direction.
So, where you're going is I will meet you at the Sigil District. If you want to meet there. I'll be coming from the Guided District, so just hang out there by the teleportation circles. I'll be there shortly.
All right then. We're going to the teleportation circles.
The sending stone was on speakerphone. Thank you.
Oh,
There's a thing on the side. You gotta flick that down.
it was numbing my head when she was talking. I didn't really register.
After a short while, and it's starting to get probably a little bit late in the day, I would say about 4 p.m. or so. Question does finally show up at the teleportation circles, and she has a sandwich full of spiced shrimp, and she rips off half of it and offers it to Magnus.
Here you are. You should try it. It's quite good.
This is a desert. Okay, yep.
Yeah, you have no idea how she got a hold of this in a desert city, but it's pretty good actually. It's quite tasty.
She has a po' boy.
She has a po' boy, Alan.
I
Congratulations.
don't hate it.
Yeah.
You have one lobster? I don't know.
I like to get mine with extra spinach. I hope you don't mind.
No, this is great. Anybody else want to try some of this?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll try some.
I'll just rip off some pieces.
I don't eat food.
So, Kitty, I see that you still have. Do you still have the jewel? I don't see it on you.
Maybe we don't talk here about that.
Oh yes, that's a good point. But it's just so fascinating. Iwo was very interested in seeing it. I just want to make sure that we still had it.
We do, but
Oh, good.
but let's not announce that.
Oh yes, that's a very good point. Iwo was very interested in making sure that people didn't advertise too loud about the gem. Yes.
Can I get like a swivel? Just kind of look around, see if somebody's looking at us or trying to hear us?
It's a relatively empty street here at the teleportation circles, as Question is kind of walking along with you guys.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we had it. I didn't want to waste my superior's time. You understand?
Okay.
Now, let's tell you about where you're going. We're heading to the Temple of the Mentor. I don't suppose you've ever heard of it.
Can't say that we have.
Oh, well, yes, I suppose that would be true, wouldn't it?
Okay, so the Temple of the Mentor. Okay.
Yes, this way. Should we just right up the road here?
Okay. If you guys follow Question, what happens next is she leads you guys down a couple busy streets until you guys finally arrive at the Temple of the Mentor.
I'm gonna guess it's that building.
You're probably right, so that's exactly where we're going. She takes you guys back to the Guided District via carriage, which she happily pays for. Question leads you up several flights of stairs to the Temple of the Mentor. And this place, you see a ceramic mosaic of 3 open eyes framed in cobalt blue crowns, that crowns the entrance of the Temple of the Mentor. Question tells you that this temple is dedicated to Ayun. And the temple is more of a library than a hall of worship. And Shitesian branch of the Library of the Cobalt Soul. As you guys are walking along, you see shelves lining the walls of the temple's sanctuary, all filled to near capacity with meticulously cataloged tomes, scrolls, and periodicals that are available for public inspection. And she starts leading you guys up these staircases leading from the sanctuary to the residence apartments and the scriptorium, and then even up farther to the quarters of the Cobalt Soul's higher-ranking members. Questions telling you all this as she's walking. And as she leads you guys to the front area, or to the top area, she introduces you to what appears to be a monk with a sort of sardonic expression on his face, who is a half-orc. The monk that is speaking to you is a sort of like blue-skinned half-orc, and he regards you with a sort of like, a stoic expression. And question says,
Iwo, I give to you my friends from Batsazan. This is Kitty, that is Rook, that is Venn, and that is Magnus. My friends, allow me to introduce Iwo Zalare of the Cobalt Soul.
And she steps to the side.
A pleasure. And Venn will do like a brief curtsy.
The pleasure is mine. Question has told me quite a bit about you.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, I suppose it is. And if we're going to be friends, then there is something that I must ask you directly. Question tells me that you are in possession of a vestige of divergence. May I see it, please?
It's not exactly something we're advertising.
I think Kitty's just gonna take it out since the jig is up on this one.
As you pull out the Gem of Three Prayers, which is in its awakened state with the sort of folded-out lapis lazuli wings of the gem, Iwo Zalare studies it for a moment, just sort of glances over it, looks to Question and says, "You did well bringing them here." And Question says,
Thank you, Iwo. I believe that they have quite a bit of use.
and then Iwo says, "Thank you, Kitty. You may put it away now."
She does.
I have a question for all of you. If, for example, you were to advertise that you had this vestige of divergence, and that you had intended to use it in your quest, and to gain power and notoriety, would you do so?
That is not the reason that we would use it, so no, I would not advertise it like that.
I see.
Certainly don't want any extra eyes on me.
Then perhaps your goals are in alignment with my own. We, as you know, are friends with the allegiance of Allsight, and while our brethren are currently excavating the site of Kael'Maro, we have taken it upon ourselves in order to protect this site from scrutiny, especially from a group of individuals known as the Consortium of the Vermillion Dream. Question tells me that you have had unfortunate dealings with the Consortium.
We have. At least one of their members.
I see. And what was the nature of these dealings with the Consortium?
They tried to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
We just got them first.
And they hired mercenaries to do so.
Yes. The Consortium is not often willing to get their hands dirty directly, and I am sorry that they tried to harm you for the vestige, but surely now that grants to you a certain bit of insight. The vestige of divergence is not a toy, and it is not something that should be lightly used or shared. In fact, it is to be protected. Would you agree?
I think that we're beginning to learn all of that, yes.
Good. Then perhaps you might be of use to me. Tell me, have you rested? Have you eaten? Or are you prepared to perhaps demonstrate this utility of which Question has mentioned?
Sounds like you want to put us to the test.
Indeed. I have very little time to waste on pleasantries. I'm afraid the enemies in Ank'Harel move swiftly, and we must do so as well. If you are not too fatigued, I would ask something of you immediately in order to gauge your abilities and your usefulness to the Cobalt Soul.
I don't really get tired.
No, I suppose you do not. But your companions do, Kitty. Perhaps you should ask them.
Are you guys tired?
I'm good.
I think we're up for a test.
Good. Then please, join me by the window. And Iwo gestures out this window here. Do you see that individual in the street? And he points at someone to you, down here. And he says, Iwo, says, he looks over at the balcony and he points down at this pale wizard down here, this pale half-elf, wearing academic's robes. The wizard has numerous body piercings. He seems to be simply minding his own business while reading a book. But next to him is leaning a staff topped with a carving of a snake's head.
Yeah.
Do you see him?
Can I get an Arcana check on that staff?
You sure can. Go ahead. Critical hit.
How to start the day.
Excellent. Magnus, you have seen such a staff before. The staff is what's known as a Staff of the Adder. You know that if the individual attuned to the staff speaks a command word, it makes the head of the staff become that of an animated poisonous snake for 1 minute. And then if you speak the command word again, it returns to its animal form. So basically turns the top of your staff into a snake.
So you're talking about the guy with the adder staff, huh?
I see. Your question was indeed correct about your insights, Mr. Magnus. That is indeed a Staff of the Adder.
So what do you want with them?
My investigations report that this man is likely a cultist of Zahir, the Cloaked Serpent, one of the betrayer gods. If you so wish, and wish to prove yourselves, I am asking you to follow him back to his home, and without causing a scene, find out why he is an Ank'Harel. If he is here to cause trouble, I wish you to apprehend him and turn him over to the Hands of Ord, and then report back to me when you are done.
Do you have a contact at the Hands of Ord, or just any guard station?
Any guards will be, and you may give them my name in regards to his arrest.
Before we do this, what evidence do you have to support this claim that he does serve a betrayer god? I just would like to know before I trespass into somebody's home and spy on them.
If that is the case, then I assure you that my investigations have turned up quite a bit of evidence, but I am not at liberty to share it. We also play things close to the chest here, Madame Venn.
I understand that much. I'm gonna insight that just for safety reasons.
Sure. Go ahead.
I trust these guys pretty well, but I feel like I should at least ask a few questions.
All right, what you got there?
25 total. I just kind of want to know, does he genuinely think that this guy is evil, essentially, is what I'm trying to read into.
You believe so. Iwo appears to be relatively convinced that this individual is a problem and deserves watching. Okay. And you also get the impression with that insight check that he's not exactly ready to tip his hand to that individual yet. And you suspect that's the reason why he might be using proxies instead of using his own agents.
Gotcha. Okay. Then Venn will just nod at his comment and say, she'll say, very well. I think that if he does serve a betrayer god, then it might be in our best interest to get to the bottom of this anyways.
Remember, serving a betrayer god is crime enough for the Hands of Ord. That will be enough to have him arrested.
Indeed.
If you now, of course, you are welcome to walk away from this discussion, but that will end any sort of discussions that we have. Question will, of course, remain friendly to you, but I'm afraid that if you do not wish to help us, we cannot in turn help you.
Will you answer some questions about the Library of Cobalt Souls before we agree to start working with you?
He turns and looks out the window and points down and gestures down towards the mage who's getting up to leave.
Okay, so after.
And that's exactly what Iwo replies with. Assuming you do not lose him in the next few moments. The mage himself is now finished reading his book. He stands up, looking around as if trying to find someone, and then you see him heading down the street towards a sort of carriage post. It looks like he's getting ready to hail a carriage.
Well, it's to get to getting.
All right, very well. We shall return once we have either succeeded or failed.
Very good. All right. As you guys make your way down the street, following the individual, this cloaked mage. So from the guided district, you guys start following behind him with a sort of you're trying to like, well, I'll tell you what, you tell me, like, how are you guys planning to keep pace with this guy? Like, are you trying to be subtle? Are you being stealthy? Are you being brazen? Like, what are we doing?
We jump into a taxi and go, follow that car.
Keep 2 carriages behind this guy. I don't know. I don't know what.
If they take 3 right turns, then turn left.
How fast do like the carriages go through town? Is it too fast to keep pace?
I would say walking speed is probably not enough to follow the carriages. Imagine a carriage kind of like in Victorian England, right, where you could couldn't just like you could jog alongside them, but that would probably tire you out pretty quickly, and also be fairly obvious too.
I think the only way that would work is if we took some sort of shortcuts.
Mm-hmm.
Which we don't know.
Right. We don't know nothing about the city.
I can turn invisible.
Okay.
With the jewel, and I'm pretty fast.
Are you still going to be very loud, though, running?
I don't have disadvantage on, so I don't, because I move 40 feet.
Yeah.
So I'm faster than, I don't know if that would keep up with the horse, but I think that's kind of, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's not a galloping horse, I think it only has a speed of 40.
Okay. So if you want to keep pace, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to rage or anything to get that extra movement, do you?
No, that's in the class features.
Gotcha. Okay.
If Katie's going to do that, I'd like to try to hire a carriage to see if we can follow.
Okay.
Yeah. No way I'm going to be able to keep up. I
I'm
mean,
not
I
going
could
to.
for a little bit, but Expeditious Retreat is not going to hold up long enough.
It's going to be very obvious, too, I think, if we're not invisible.
Full dust clouds.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just turn invisible and start following the horse.
Okay. So Kitty turns invisible and starts following the horse, trying to keep pace. And as for the rest of you, what do you guys want to do in order to keep pace?
Is Kitty? I'm gonna, kind of call out or reach out or whatever and see if she's already stepped away.
I'll be like,
Yeah, I'm right over here. I gotta go though.
All right, I'm gonna say, memorize the location and come find us if we lose you.
Got it.
I can
Alright.
send messages, too. So as long
Right.
as we can stay behind her 120 feet, we can communicate.
Okay.
So, Kitty, I'll just keep sending you messages. You tell us when you take turns.
yeah. And the street is busy, right?
Yeah.
Busy enough, I dare say. It's probably close to dinner time, so relatively busy.
So I'm not going to have to make a bunch of stealth checks about noise.
No, certainly not.
In theory, so
Just don't run into anybody.
I'm going to walk, and if I need to, I can, if I start to lose sight, I can run, and they probably won't see me based on how far away I am.
Fair enough.
Is my theory with all of this.
This isn't the area of the city that they use the rooftops, right? You said there's one of the districts, they run along the rooftops because
Circlet
it's faster.
walk.
That's the circlet walk. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is not
Okay.
district. Okay. So, as for the rest of you, I know how Kitty is following the carriage. How the rest of you managing it?
I'd like to try to hail a carriage, yeah.
Yeah, gonna get our own.
Okay, very good. Then in that case, as Kitty takes up position behind the carriage, following it along with the... Actually, Kitty, you could probably even hop on the carriage since you're invisible and
I was
keeping
just
pace with the
thinking
rider. That could be a thing too.
Yeah, if you're good, if I can do that quietly, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, that's fine. You're invisible, and any bumpings of the carriage will probably be quickly dismissed, so I don't think that's worth a check.
The poor horses, though.
As for... I was actually thinking more jumping on the back of the carriage, like into the rumble seat, is what I was thinking, but...
Yeah, but here's 300 more pounds.
Yeah, the horses are having a bad time. I tell you what, you do whatever you want to do it.
Why are our horses traveling so slow today?
Yeah.
They're really sweating up.
I like the idea that they're just riding along, and then it's like the horses are like, ooh.
Yeah, I think we'll play that out, where it's like, Kitty, you hop onto the back of the carriage, and the horses are like, it's like not okay with it, and the mage, like the half elf mage, like leans his head out the window and says, "What was that?" And the driver's like, "You might want to lose some weight, sir." And he says, and the guy looks down at his like 110-pound elven frame, and he's like, "All right." And the carriage just keeps on going. Meanwhile, a carriage rolls up in response to Rook's hail, and the driver, who is the exact same voice, says, "You looking for a ride, musters?"
Indeed.
Yes.
That's 2 silver per rider, please.
I'll hand him a gold.
Good, sir. Thank you. And step on inside.
All right.
Okay. You're gonna step into a relatively nice carriage. Not amazing, but nice. There's no vomit on the floor or anything like that. It's more Uber and less cab. Let's put it that way. All right. The driver looks back to you, Rook, and says, "Where to, sir?"
I'm kind of gonna give you directions as we go, if that's all right. We're new to the city, so.
"I see a pleasure trip, sir. I'd be more." And he takes, and this horse starts taking off, and he says, "I'd be happy to show you a few districts, sir, for the month that you've paid me there. I think that's something I can do. I mean, if that's your pleasure, sir, I could take you over to the Alluvium district and all the stuff that's over there. That's some fine sightseeing, sir."
Not right now. We're just gonna we're gonna go chill, and then maybe later.
All right. Then
keep in mind.
As your pleasure, sir. I'll be right here. And the coach starts heading off, waiting for your directions. Okay, how's this going to get done?
So I kind of want to, if I can, stick my head out the window and try to watch the carriage and kind of give him directions. And if I can't see it, I'll message Kitty with my message cantrip.
Okay, that's Booming Blade. You kill the driver.
Oops. Wrong thing.
Take the carriage for ourselves and just follow them.
The BEG was the masked cleric.
All right. Through a combination of Rook paying attention to the navigation and asking Kitty when he gets lost, you guys successfully follow behind the mage. The carriages finally arrive back in the Sigil District, nearby the teleportation circles, which is convenient. Ahead of you is the mage. The mage here, as you guys are kind of tailing behind him, he heads towards this building right here and heads inside. He periodically stops to kind of look around the streets to see, if anyone's following him, is what he looks like. Until finally he wanders inside the building, and that's the last time you kind of see of him, is entering this building down here. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna stealth.
All right.
Can I look at that building? Is there a sign or anything out front that says
Yes.
what it is? Or
Yes, the building is called the Scrolls Alcove, which is a stately apartment building.
I think we found where he lives. I'm gonna stealth as well, I guess.
Okay, that sounds like a group stealth to me, so let's hit it.
Well, are we ambushing him? What are you guys thinking?
I was just gonna check some windows. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah, we need to find out what he's doing first.
How tall is this building? You said apartment.
I did. And here's the fun part, it doesn't really tell me. So, let's see. Give me a minute. Let's say the building is, I'm going to say about 3 stories, give or take.
I'm gonna flash a genius with Venn
Okay.
and add 4 to that.
Okay.
We're also gonna find out which apartment he's in.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab his character sheet, and I'm going to go ahead and throw a, just sort of a passive perception of some kind, or an active... Actually, no, it's an active, because he's actively trying to avoid being followed, it seems. Alright, I got his score, and it's back to you guys. So, Kitty is still under invisibility. What was the function?
No, it would be long past.
Okay.
Only a minute.
All right. Fair enough.
But I cast it with the jewel.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Which I'm using willy-nilly, I think is what I was told not to do, but clearly didn't listen. I just am confused what we're doing.
I was gonna check in the building. I was just gonna look around, see if he was on the first floor or not.
But we're supposed to be non-detected. You know what I mean? Wouldn't we wait till he leaves?
Right.
I thought we were arresting him.
No, we have to get evidence. It's assumed he's one of these cultists, but they have no proof. We have to provide that. Which you're right. We do have to make sure that he needs to leave the area first, but we also need to see where he's at. I was only stealthing so I can check through windows and stuff. I don't know what anybody else is doing.
I just assumed because the guy said they had evidence and that he worships the betrayer gods. Are we getting our own evidence? Was that the idea?
I thought we were supposed to get evidence, not.
That's what I understood as well.
I think we're supposed to get evidence as well, but I thought I don't know. I thought we were supposed to catch him like in the act of doing something cultish.
I don't know about that. But yeah, I mean, I just gonna go check this out. That's all I was gonna do.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to look in some windows. I mean, Venn is mostly stealthing because she doesn't want the guy to realize that he's being followed.
Yeah.
With that, then, you guys know where he is. What you want to do about him?
I'll scope the building out.
Okay. You guys start heading over to the Scrolls alcove.
I think we only need to send one person, because then someone else can go do something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna, let's see, how long does guidance last? I think it's a minute. I'm gonna give Magnus, while he goes up there, I'm gonna real quick give him guidance for perception.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then, off you go.
Alright, I'll go over here then.
I'm kind of gonna. I guess is this like a wall? I kind of want to post up and just kind of play lookout over here.
Okay, that's fine. And Magnus, as you approach this window here in the apartment building, you look inside and you see your quarry. He is currently, taking off like his cloak and that sort of thing, putting down his pouches and that sort of thing, like you do when you come home. He keeps the staff relatively close, but he kind of leans it like up against the desk.
I look at the others that they should see me. Kind of duck back a little bit.
Okay.
And then point to that window and use
Alright.
common sign, because I think some people know common sign.
Kitty does.
And then I say he's in there.
Okay. Which, by the way, thank you for 2024 for adding that, because
No joke.
God.
Great.
that's really helpful. Where it's like everybody's just got like, well, we've known each other for so long, we have our own codes and that sort of thing. Now I can just say, does everybody know common sign language? There you go. Easy money.
Venn does not. I know flute.
I'm gonna start looking around the room while I'm going by this.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Just want to see what all is around, anything that might be of a religious origin or anything like that that might be condemning.
Give me an investigation roll. And since you're looking through a window, I'm going to do it at disadvantage.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, wow, what a spread.
Critical failure. That's
What
a spread.
spread.
So,
The other one was a 20, just on record.
So, Magnus, as you're trying to peer in and trying to, get some information, you come very close to breaking your stealth. As the mage, goes up to the window and closes the blinds right in your face. So that's what we'll say with your critical failure.
Okay, so just the one or both?
The both.
Both, okay.
Yep. Superstitious type.
I'll sign, he closed the blinds.
I'll say, get over here. Like,
All right, Magnus, you bypass another apartment. It appears to be relatively unoccupied, but you head back to your party.
Why are we standing out in the open?
Oh, I assumed you guys were hiding in the trees. Sorry.
Oh.
And Rook is definitely playing, casual stakeout. Casual
Yeah, he's
stakeout,
kind of
man.
loitering.
Smoking a cigarette, looking cool.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
sign
just
them
leaning on
to
the
see if
wall.
there's any other exits.
Okay. You're looking for other exits to the apartment building. Okay. You can go ahead and do
Front
it.
door.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do a circle if you want.
Katie, do you have any disguise self or anything?
I don't think so. This is not my my subterfuge character. No. The best I got is I got prestidigitation and enlarge reduce, and that's about as far as I can go to changing somebody's appearance.
But you're good at deception, right?
Decently, yeah. I'm best at performance, but yeah, I have +7 to deception as well, so.
So here's what we do. No, like, So we know what god he's a worshiper, right?
The here is what Iwo Zalare suspects him of worshiping. Very important distinction.
Oh, do we know where he is?
Magnus
Room
does
he's
know
in,
the
yeah.
room he's in. Yes, Magnus does have that.
Okay. So you know what room he's in, and you have message.
I have common sign and
The spell message.
Rook has
Uh,
message.
I have message.
Rook has
Rook.
message. Yeah. Yep.
Rook has message, and Rook is very religious. So we cast message on him and tell him to go someplace to meet up, right? And then we go in and investigate.
Who would we be sending a message as?
Agent of the goddess.
I can knock on his door and then hide and just keep doing that until he gets frustrated.
Ding dong, ditch him.
Don't ditch the guy. Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
I sign all that.
Well,
We could break into his apartment, put him to sleep, and then investigate.
Venn might be able to.
Sweet dog.
I don't know. Yeah, lure him out, or convince him to let her in. I don't know. Or we can just like sit and wait until he leaves. I mean, we know where he lives.
Okay, we know what room he's in. So here's another plan. Venn and I create a chaos bomb outside.
Huh?
Draw him out.
I like this plan. And me and Magnus go in.
You guys go in and like case the joint, and we just just be real loud.
Team distraction and team investigation.
Yeah.
I got you. I understand.
Thank you.
Okay.
I do a lot of weird things as my other character where I just scream a lot cause things to happen.
Make a ruckus out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can like have an argument out here and maybe break some stuff. I don't know.
Well,
It might
I mean,
get 20
people.
words
I can
involved.
be a crazy robot and just start breaking things. Like,
Yeah, you just don't get arrested.
Make no promises. Let's just grab Venn and run.
Kitty's in jail. Okay.
I like that. I like that idea to lure him out with chaos.
Wait, if we're arresting people, does that make you RoboCop?
Yeah, technically.
You doing this?
I think it's Katie. Katie's on Team Distract, so I don't know. I haven't heard her comment.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on board with that. I'm mostly trying to think of what the best distraction would be. I'm thinking, I mean, we can do it right outside his window. We know which window he has.
Well, do you have Shatter, or does anyone have Shatter?
I've got Shatter, but dang.
I could do a thunderclap. That can be heard up to
Yeah.
100 feet away.
Yeah, so we start
And-
with that, and then I will dance around. You play the flute,
Uh-huh.
and I'll dance around wildly with the sword.
Wait, does anybody have a war gong? I am proficient in that.
Let me see what I can magically create real quick. Hold on.
I have an iron pot.
That works. That's the same thing.
Just banging that on stuff.
There's that Simpsons gif of Bart like smashing pots together.
You want a bell? I can make a bell.
Okay, and then if you guys need more time, this is a magey looking character, right?
Yes.
A magey looking character, yes. I would
Yeah.
dare say.
Okay. So if we need to, I can tackle him.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's better than my plan, which was jump him, so...
Yeah. So this sounds like a lot of fun to me.
Are we... Ooh, we don't have... If he locks his door behind him, are we gonna kick through it?
No, I'm gonna pick the lock.
Okay, I didn't...
Damn.
You're good at that.
He's gonna pick the lock, Rook. Shut up.
I didn't know he was good at that. I
Got
thought
a
we were
lot of
team door
skill.
kickers.
All right, so let's make sure I have this. This I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna marginally call it a plan. So let's see here. The goal. So team kick in the door is gonna wait for team distraction to make unbelievable amounts of noise. Is that the idea?
Yes.
Right outside his window.
Right outside his window. Okay, fair enough.
I would do it like out.
Yeah, we
Here.
don't want him to see anyone go in. So, like, I think... What is this thing here? Is this a house?
Hold on, you're going to have to help me. Oh, that is another teleportation circle to the south.
What is this building to the left of it?
Good question. That is marked as the Crystal Chateau entrance, the other facility dedicated to the Allegiance of All Sight.
I think we should do it. I think we could do it here at the teleportation circle, because that'll be close enough for him to hear the initial thunderclap, and then we're kind of like we're not in the street. We're not disturbing any civilians with that.
Okay, so thunderclap's going to be involved in this. I'm going to need that posted before long.
Okay.
You're just gonna try to draw a crowd.
Yeah, I'll make sure that Kitty is not gonna get thundered by this.
Okay, let's take our positions so I know exactly who's where.
Yep.
Actually, how far is the corner?
I think Kitty's just gonna stand
too
like,
far.
or Venn is just gonna stand right there, and she's gonna tell Kitty to kind of stand back so that she doesn't get hurt. Not that Venn is super worried about that.
So, alright, so Venn, I'm going to assume that your stealth is not going to be a thing much longer. So
Oh yeah, no, I would have unstealthed once we came together to make this plan.
Alright, Magnus and Rook, since you guys are going to be team kicking the door and probably be pretty stealthy about it, I'm going to call for new stealth checks from the both of you. So, Venn and Kitty, describe to me exactly what you do to begin this once you guys are all in position.
I think that, well, to start it off, we're going to have Venn start with the thunderclap, and so that will go off, and so she just kind of, magic crackles in her hands, and she claps them together, and there's just this thunderous boom that can be heard all throughout this entire plaza, within 100 feet of her, and just to kind of get everybody's attention, and then she'll nod to Kitty for Kitty to start doing her thing, and Venn is going to pull out her flute, but she's going to purposefully hit the wrong notes to make the most high-pitched annoying noises and stuff like that. And then Kitty, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, Kitty, what you got?
I think Kitty just starts dancing to the bad music wildly with her I think her sword out, and is just swinging it around, nowhere near anybody that might come out, but just swinging her sword around in public.
Okay. So, as this begins, Rook and Magnus, are you guys waiting for him to come out? Is that the idea?
That's the idea, but can I tell that Rook is not being very stealthy right now?
You could probably pick Rook out pretty easily, I would say.
I'm just gonna be like, just go. Just go.
They go away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna start walking away.
Yeah, okay.
Just go away.
Poor Rook.
I'll whisper to Magnus as I go, open the curtains if you can. I look from outside the window.
So here's what happens. As you guys are getting ready to do this sort of situation, Magnus, the apartment door does not open, but instead a patrol of the Hands of Ord show up.
Mm-hmm.
So these blue-clad knights are walking into the area, and they see Kitty and Venn doing their, shall we say, chaos routine. And the Hands of Ord begin taking up positions over here by the teleportation circle. And they said, this one here, in a position of authority, calls out, "Who is disturbing the peace at this hour?"
Kitty will stop and say, "Sorry, we just wanted to dance."
Venn will hold out her, she'll kind of make a little makeshift bag out of a scarf that she has or something, and she'll say, "Just trying to make a little spare change."
So that gets the Hands of Ord's attention as they kind of start moving around you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And this Hand of Ord walks up to you and says, "What is your name? Where do you hail from? You are not from Ank'Harel."
No, we're just travelers. This is actually our first day here. My name is Diana.
See? And from where do you hail, Diana?
Well, as I mentioned, we're just travelers. I don't really hail from anywhere specific.
This district is off limits to panhandlers. You should be trying to ply your trade in a tavern. You certainly cannot be doing it in a teleportation circle where people are trying to travel.
Is that what that little sigil is? I didn't know.
Roll deception, Ben. Finally. And okay, let's see if this knight buys this bit.
Okay.
Okay. Insight for him. And he says, and he looks to you and says, "All right, pack it up. I want you two off the street. Find yourselves a room or clear out of the district, either one, and stop making noise. There are people trying to sleep." And with that, the Hands of Ord resume their patrol.
Okay.
Your quarry does not appear.
All right. I'm gonna wait till they're far enough away that they can't see me heading towards the apartment building.
One last detail. The knight said he would be back to check on you. I will throw that in.
Okay, sure. Venn is just gonna kind of give a thumbs down in Magnus's general direction, not making eye contact with him, but
I'll sign to Kitty. New plan. Let's get a room here.
Apartments, right?
They are apartments. That is correct.
We could still rent it for a night if they're applicable.
Or vacant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did notice an empty room, but that doesn't mean that it's empty. But maybe.
Is there an inn nearby?
No, there is no inn in this part of town. This portion of town. I'm sure there's one in the Sigil District someplace, but like close to your quarry, probably not. Like on this same map, definitely not.
All right. We do know where he lives. We could wait it out overnight, or we could wait till we think he's asleep.
Well, okay. Venn and Kitty kind of need to not be in the area soon.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Would you guys like to know what is around?
Yes.
Okay. So as mentioned, over here is the Crystal Chateau, the elite university and headquarters of the Allegiance of Allsight. The teleportation atriums we've already discussed in detail. Up here is a tavern known as the Frog and Kebab. It doesn't rent rooms, but it does, does serve beverages and drinks and that sort of thing. Frequented by students of the Crystal Chateau. Over here is the Emerald Ibis Relic Hall, another function of the Allegiance of Allsight. The Scrolls Alcove, the apartment building I mentioned. Over here, the Lawbearers Librams, and which is a library. And over here, the Boughs of the Wild Mother, a courtyard with a massive tree in the center, giant sycamore tree in the center. And that's what's around.
Do I go to the tavern or any of the other areas?
I guess so.
Well, we can go to the tavern, and that gets us off the street.
Yeah, I feel like somebody should be watching to see if he leaves. I don't.
Do
I
the
can
eagle?
do that.
What do the eyes do? What are they called? Eyes of the eagle give you like incredible vision.
Oh,
They give me advantage, and I also have super dark vision already.
Right. So you can be like forever away from the door, watching the door, and we're good.
Yeah.
But it's night apparently, right?
it's about 5 p.m. now, give or take.
Okay. So that's if he actually leaves. But I don't think there's a way for us as a group to enter quietly while he's there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no way while he's there.
So do we set that up?
Yeah, I'd be down for that. And I can also be there to kind of assist in any manner of infiltration. So
Okay.
whatever you want to do, you want to set Rook up for eyes, and then when he leaves, message us or something.
Yeah. That's telling Brooke what to do, but I don't know if that sounds good.
Yeah,
to you.
I was thinking as it gets dark, I don't know how tall these other buildings are, but I could potentially fly up to the roof of one of the buildings and sit up top and watch the door.
Oh, that's true. We put Luke on lookout. We go to the bar. Magnus can do basically whatever he wants. Oh, is the roof glass?
For which item?
His apartment.
There are a couple of roof caps that are glass. up here, right? So whether those would look down into the second floor if they did anything?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, I got where you're. I picked up what you're putting down though.
Is this building taller, the one
Right.
next to it, or is it the same?
According to these sort of like roof caps, the spell's alcove is the scroll's alcove is the tallest building here. Maybe with the exception of the Crystal Chateau would be another option. But if you want to be camping off the Allegiance's headquarters like Batman, I mean, I guess you could do that.
Yeah, I want to be above his like eye line and within 120 feet of the bar.
I guess your best bet then would be the Emerald Ibis Relic Hall.
And that's the one I'm next to right now.
Yeah, that's this building here.
Okay, so we're going to the tavern because we got caught.
Okay.
I'll keep Venn from getting too drunk,
Woohoo,
and
drinks!
she'll prevent me from throwing popcorn.
Okay.
The psychic and her robot coming to channel near you.
So the Frog and Kebab is ran by this fellow behind the bar here, who sees you guys approaching, those of you that are heading in. Kitty and Venn are heading into the tavern. Got you there. You guys can go ahead and head on in, to avoid the hands of Ord. Luke, you're heading your way up to the roof of the...
I think I'm actually going to go in the apartment building, because I can see the door
Oh,
better.
you want to go in the apartment building?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's like dusky, or is it like at least dark in this alleyway? I just need
It's
dim
getting
light to be able to
dark.
fly.
Like, let's say about 6 p.m. It'll probably be dark.
Okay. So I'll wait till it gets dark. I'll just kind of hang out in this alley, I guess, like a bum, and then fly up there as soon as it gets dark and kind of post up on the corner.
But anyway, as you guys are get in, the bartender indicates a table for you guys to use at the back of the area, as he starts bringing out menus that feature mostly kebabs and teas and drinks and that sort of thing. So, you guys over at the kebab and the Frog and Kebab, unfortunately, you're not going to just sit there occupying a table without eating, unfortunately. And so, a meal is going to cost you guys a silver piece per character.
Got it.
Got any shrimp?
Yes, everybody orbiting shrimp. What is
All
happening?
kinds of shrimp gumbo, shrimp po' boy,
Shrimp
tacos.
kebabs.
I should put. Let's see here. There's probably a band playing. I'm sure.
I will pay
Yeah.
2 silver for me and for Kitty. Magnus, you're on your own.
Okay, sure.
I already paid for it.
Oh, for all 3 of us?
No, mine. I'm not made of money.
Well, neither am I. I'm down to 1 silver. Rook has all the money.
I have 1 gold on me that I might be able to bribe a child with to give me information. I don't know.
That is quite a large amount to bribe a child. That's like giving them like a $100 bill for.
Sometimes I just give it out. I don't know. I'm not good with money.
That's why I have the money.
The person bad with money is my bit. It's just a problem for you.
Venn spends all hers on alcohol, and Magnus spends all his on bribing children, apparently.
hey, no, bribes in general, but, children have the better eyes. Just so happens.
Hey now, ale's a copper around here. Unless you want wine, then it's 2 silver for a bottle.
No, it's all good. I don't think Kitty and Magnus are gonna let Venn drink right now.
We're on duty.
Yeah. Ven's just ordering food. Just the shrimp kebabs, please.
All right, so you get some shrimp kebabs, and meanwhile, while you guys are killing time in the bar, and a short rest gets declared, by the way, you can all take a short rest if you need to. Okay, time passes, and it's now roughly 6 p.m. as the sun is starting to go down over Ank'Harel. Rook, there are people going around lighting torches now that are getting ready to, start setting up street lamps for the evening. But you do have a brief moment where you can be in dim light. If you
Yeah,
need
I'm
to.
gonna duck into the alley and fly up to the roof. I'm gonna pop out the steps of the Raven Wings, and just take off up to the roof.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the roof cap, and up to the roof you go.
That would be so terrifying to watch.
So, is that a trapdoor in the middle?
No, this is the locked door of the apartment that I kind of hastily added.
Oh,
there.
okay.
Oh, you're looking for a trapdoor.
I just wanted,
see.
yeah, I thought it was just is there a way onto the roof from Below?
From below?
Yeah. Like, can the residents of the apartment building use this roof?
Good question. I'm gonna say that it's not typically something that happens. I don't see a trapdoor on this map, so I'm gonna say there isn't one. As such,
Okay.
though, I imagine these glass caps would probably be somewhat useful.
Okay. Well, he's
Okay.
gonna. So I see on the roof. I see 2 glass caps, and it's like a triangle formed building.
Okay.
So he's just gonna kind of. I don't know how high the walls are on the side, but he'll kind of crouch down if he can and just look over the side, and he's just watching that front door. See who's coming and going.
Okay.
Try not to be seen from the street.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll since you're up there. People will have disadvantage to see you because of nighttime. Okay. Fair enough.
Big 4.
Big fat 4. Okay. All right. So Rook, how long do you want to spend up here?
I'm gonna like every once in a while I'll look towards the bar and see if one of my compatriots is like trying to wave me down, but otherwise he's ready to spend the night up here.
Okay. So let's say 1 hour passes, 7 p.m. What happens in that time with you guys? Because a complete hour has passed since night went down. Nightfall.
Back in the tavern?
Yeah, an hour has passed between where Rook flew up to the
Right.
building and now.
I'd say they eat and just kind of, just hang out, tell some stories, and
Rook's probably sending messages every 5 minutes to update you guys.
Well, I think that there's maybe a hint that we need to go in because I think he'll just make us wait for 3 days.
Well,
I don't know about 3 days.
I was.
Yeah.
If it was a matter of him not leaving, I was gonna go check the window and see if I can hear him sleeping. Is the
Okay.
thing. So that's something that'll happen later because I think 7 o'clock he's probably still up.
yeah, it's only been an hour. I feel like we should at least wait until, I don't know.
9 or 10 maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 9 or 10.
In that case, then let's advance to 9 or 10 p.m. Okay, so do you want to be 9 or you want it to be 10? So
We can be at 9.
9. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Rook, time passes from the roof there. Some members of the Hands of Ord continue wandering by. Patrons of the Frog and Kebab continue to rotate in and out. The bartender kind of looks over at the party, and I'm trying to decide. You guys haven't been here that long. He's not going to make you get more drinks or anything like that. But that's guys, up to you guys if you decide to get more. Finally, Rook, it's now 9 p.m. Very, very, very dark at this point, aside from the street lights down there, and you've seen no sign of your quarry. You think he's not coming back out.
Okay. I would then send a message to the party and be like, guys, this might not work tonight. We might have to come up with something else. Seems like he's in there, unless he's got another way out that we can't see. I'll send that to Venn, I guess, since I can pick one.
All right, I'll relay that to Magnus and Kitty. I'll just say, okay. I don't know what to say. I'll just say, okay, come down if you're bored.
And we're getting schlitzed over here. Drop on by.
I know, I'm missing out on the bar. That's Rook.
Rook, do you want to expend another function of your flight to get back down?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
To not.
Do a flip.
What spells do we have handy?
Just in general.
Just anything that we can get. Anyone got to sleep? Oh wait, was he an elf?
Your quarry's a half elf.
Okay, then he's resistant.
And I have
Got
command.
offensive, and I've got a few spells to help me get around, as well as alarm, which is something I do have that we can use.
I mean, I have hypnotic pattern, which could, it could, kind of, what is it? Not
Unlock
stun, incapacitate him for a minute, and then we get in and
I have banishment.
Oh,
send him to a different plane of existence.
yeah. Let's just knock on the door, banish him, search the place, and
I mean, it's only for a minute.
run. Right. So we
A lot can happen in a minute. Though.
Taking Ding Dong Ditch to the next level.
What is the... Okay. We may not have to run. We can... If he's a criminal, we arrest him when he pops back, right? If he's...
Considering...
not... Am I being crazy? I think this is smart.
No. I understand what you're saying,
No,
but...
I'm just visualizing it. Where like Rook kicks in the door and goes, "Shouldn't the guy's like," and he's fucking, and that's like, all right,
He's gone.
All right, turn the lights out. Let's go. I know. I'm sorry. That was just a visual that I had.
Yeah.
It made me laugh. I'm not saying it's a bad plan. It's just funny when you visualize it in the way that I did.
Then I was thinking more we knock on the door and
Like vacuum cleaner salesman?
yeah.
Excuse me.
No, I mean then we knock on the door like people knock on doors. He opens it, Rook zaps him, and then we explore the cave.
I mean, worst case scenario is we don't find anything. You know?
Right.
It's so funny. Okay.
I think
This
funny.
is pretty
I
close
just
to my
think
original plan, which was jump him, so...
Right. I'm just saying banishment, yeah. I mean, we can go to bed after this, really, for all intents and purposes. So,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I think
Sure.
banish, the ambush banish, and then, like, if he pops in, we bop him. Like, you know.
Then you said you had a hypnotic pattern too, right?
I do, yeah, but
So,
if I do that second, it's gonna hit all of you guys too. My concern is I don't know how much we're gonna find in a minute. I mean, generally it takes like 10 minutes to search a room. And so unless he just has like, you know, a pentagram on his floor.
I mean, so we could banish him,
I mean, technically,
get in the room, he
Um,
pops back in, and we...
And then
Grab
we
him and
like
tie him
knock
up.
him out or tie him up, yeah.
I mean, look, when it comes to game time, 10 a minute's like 10 rounds. Am I right? No, I'm wrong.
No,
you're
yeah.
right.
That is
Yes,
10 rounds, which
Yes, but traditionally here at my tables, like to case a room is at least 10.
the case of room it's at least 10. But we can still look at stuff, right? In that minute.
You can
Mhm.
look, but you can't understand. Not in a minute.
It would be like a perception check instead of an investigation check, and
Yeah, but, and
Yeah, you can look, and perception's going to be like, oh, there's a chair over here. But like, if you're looking for an investigation to piece it all together as a crime, that's longer.
yeah.
like, we may just find an altar to a snake god, which I don't think will be, like, we're probably going to have to search. But I do
Yeah.
think the banish, get in the room, bop is the only... Our party is not sneaky, I think. Or, like, we just don't have the kit to do anything besides that.
Okay. All right. Then let's put it in
Unless
action.
somebody else has a plan.
I think... I like this plan. I definitely think we should post somebody outside the window in case he tries to run.
Okay. Well, then I can be that person, because I can
Mhm.
I can take him.
Yeah, because I think there's a chance he tries to bolt on us.
I think if he is, it's going to be some magical stuff.
Okay.
But
Well, I can stand at the corner and then
mhm.
get a good view. So.
Yep.
All right. Does sound
Works
like
for
a
me.
plan, everybody?
I mean, this is why they're using proxies, right?
Right. Oh, wait, I'm the bopper, aren't I?
Ooh, you are kind of a bopper.
So
We're knocking on
maybe
the door, right?
yeah, but if we 1 minute and then if he pops back, bop. Like,
Now, there is one last detail that I want to make sure it was mentioned. Iwo Zalari did say your orders are to follow him back to his home and, without causing a scene, find out why he's here. That was that was part of the detail.
I don't have a zone of truth, I don't think. Prepared.
okay, so Venn, you're gonna go and seduce him.
I was thinking I could go and act like I'm interested in this betrayer god.
How about you do a snake-like dance?
Jesus.
What was the betrayer god that he worships? I'm sorry.
Iwo Zalari believes he worships Zahir, the cloaked serpent, which I will type for you.
Zahir.
Yes.
Is that like a religion check to see if we know more about that?
He sure is. I was wondering that was going to come up.
Try it. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I mean, my religion is +0, but yeah.
Sure. I do like how in 2024 they gave you like some updated rules with that. It's like you had to add wisdom to religion, which is cool.
Yeah, clerics get religion and history, and druids get arcana and nature. It's really nice.
It's nice, and you can like use like strength for intimidation on barbarians. Finally, it's pretty great. Anyway, so religion checks coming down. We get a 14, we get a 6, we get a 3. If Magnus wants to throw on that, he can. By the way, I have not turned the dynamic lighting back on because it's becoming a headache with the multiple floors. Magnus, a 22 on religion. Magnus, you have the high roll, and here's what you know. Zahir the Cloaked Serpent is an evil god of poisons, assassins, and darkness. He is the creator of snakes and also of Yuan-Ti. His followers were annihilated during the calamity, and those who survived are in self-induced stasis or hunted by the followers of Lolth, the Spider Queen, and Torog, the Crawling King. Let's see here. The tenets of Zahir are: keep your acts obfuscated and secret. The night is your greatest ally. Strike quickly and without reason. Blind the target with their own confusion. Kill slowly, agonizingly, or worse, make them enjoy it. Zahir is one of the betrayer gods who during the founding wished to join the primordials in destroying the mortal races on Exandria. The betrayer gods were all banished to prison-like planes, though it's unclear which plane Zahir was banished to, etc., etc., etc. That's what you got. So heavy
they're Cobra Kai.
No, because Cobra Kai never poisoned anybody with a basket full of snakes, last I checked.
But their whole motto things, it was...
Actually, they are Slytherin, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Strike quickly without reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit more Salazar Slytherin coded, but that's me. All right, I tell you what. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and think about your approaches here. And again, Iwo Zalari did say don't make a scene, so I just want to make sure that got reminded because that is part of it. And already the Hands of Ord are kind of like around that much you've already seen. So let's go ahead and go to break. I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves or whatever you want to do. Current time. So let's do that. Let's shift you guys back there. That'll work. Give you guys a minute to process.
I mean, do we have what are our? I feel like we are not prepared for stealth missions.
Yeah, I think I have the stealth score of the group at 5.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate Venn going to talk to him and I could be there to try to help insight check.
I mean, I've got a 5 too, but you're not wrong. It's still kind of rough.
Did we look around the place for any other entrances?
I mean, me and Magnus both walked the building. I didn't see anything. It seems like it's the window and the door. Nothing goes up to the roof. I have enhance ability. Could give Venn advantage on charisma.
Yeah. We don't even know if he's in there, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think he is, but I understand we don't actually know that for a fact.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else we have for an option.
Yeah, everything I keep coming up with is definitely incidents.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm so sad the Chaos Bomb didn't work, though. I thought that one was solid.
Yeah, I thought maybe.
Yeah, I thought hopefully curious. I got a feeling we're gonna have to make some sort of urgency that this guy needs to go and get out and go check something. You know what I mean? So if there is any convincing, it's like, oh well.
Let's find.
I thought too. I don't know if this. Why don't we just tell the guards, hey, we suspect this guy. I guess they want evidence.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're looking for right now.
So let's go buy a snake.
Frame his ass.
And then we just outside go, I'm gonna kill this snake.
I mean, we could get him in a situation where he looks like he's guilty and we have to lie to get him arrested. Or overnight or something.
I think our deception might be our best. I can enhance ability Venn, and then she might be able to talk her way in.
I'm still thinking just trying to remove him completely from the situation and try to get him arrested.
Okay. Here's an idea. We put Katie at the restaurant. Okay. And then we use Rook to message, and it doesn't matter that he doesn't know who you are, right? and
Yep.
we just do your contact is at the bar, right?
Okay.
And then Katie's at the bar and distracts, like makes up some shit,
How's your deception game there?
+7.
Oh, I'm more thinking about Rook because he's the one messaging.
Well, I mean, if someone messages you and says meet somebody here, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
It's a minus.
like-
It's a -1
I don't.
for the record.
I don't think that the can you post banishment for me? I don't think that the banishment bop plan is a bad idea. Okay, let me see real
But
quick.
he was reminding us to not make a scene, so that's.
Do we have silence anywhere?
No, I think Magnus. Do you have silence, or Brian?
If he does, that can be ritual cast.
Is banishment concentration? It doesn't tell me in that little drop down
It is.
menu.
I believe
It is.
Yeah, it is.
My biggest concern, or not really biggest concern, but a concern of mine, is that that when banished, he would have a minute to prepare his escape or retaliation or whatever. So what if we banish him long enough to get in the apartment, so like 10-20 seconds, and lock up the apartment, and then cast silence and bop him, do whatever, and then end the concentration before he has that full minute to think of what he's gonna do when he gets back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean we can end it as soon as we're ready.
Right.
So we don't have to do the whole minute.
And
Right.
if we have silence, how long does silence last?
Silence should last
All of
10 minutes, I think.
And by then we can have him gag.
So really, we need to know if Brian has silence or not.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I still think that I kind of am most in favor of that plan. If we can figure out a way to, like I said, I think we need to banish him, get in there, and unbanish him before he can retaliate.
Yeah. That's assuming the banish works.
True.
Right. And he can make a lot of noise.
That's assuming he's actually in the room too. This guy probably has invisibility too, and just left.
I say we knock on the door and
At least
see what's
confirm he's
up.
there.
Confirm he's there.
Uh-huh.
Then can make some shit up about why we're knocking. And if we know he's there, we move on. If he doesn't answer the door, we break in. Like, with some
B&E.
lockpick. Yeah. I think we start with that and figure it out from there.
Do you want me to have enhanced ability on Venn, and then if we see him, banish him?
I don't think the banishment instantly turns combat on.
Yeah.
I also have hypnotic pattern, which incapacitates him if it succeeds.
Again, you don't
Kicks
have
off
ways
a
to make.
combat.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
knocking on the door doesn't do anything unless he opens the door and then Venn plays dumb. And since Katie's playing her easy,
Damn.
I like me. I know nobody else does. And basically by herself knocks on the door. If he attacks her, we're right there.
Yeah.
If he doesn't answer the door, we
Break
lockpick it. And he might be offended and be like, people are breaking in. Oh yeah, you want to bring the police in here? He doesn't want a scene either.
So if he answers the door, am I trying to get him to let me in, or are you guys gonna ambush him?
I think if you can get him to go, like, if we can get him to leave with you, like,
Okay, so I'm luring him away.
right.
Okay.
That would be the best idea.
Okay, then I'm definitely gonna enhance ability you then.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, what do we say? What do we get Venn to say that's believable that'll lead him away? And how, like, where and how long?
I think she can say she's a servant of the god.
Zahir, yeah.
I can stone shape a snake statue. That would be my 4th level spell. That takes banishment off the table, but
No, I think I can just talk to him.
I think you might be like I've got a special item that you might enjoy. I've heard of you. That sort of thing.
Yeah. Can you? Okay, so with your create an item ability thing, Magnus, can you create a staff that looks like that adder staff?
My create, what I can create currently are as follows: +1 weapon, +1 shield, +1 wand of the war mage, and +1 cloak of the manta ray, or not a +1 cloak, but a cloak of the manta ray right now. Those are the items.
I think she's just talking like a replica, not an actual magical staff.
I
Just
don't
a staff
think I
that has
can-
a snake.
I can make mundane items. Let me just see if I can make. I don't think I can make weapons. They're kind of like bell bearings, net.
Trinket stuff.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, but
it's helpful.
Make like a pin with a snake on it.
I mean, I think Rook rolled high enough that he would know the symbol of Zahir.
I mean, I can make a symbol because I think I got the religion check that time. I can make a.
Yeah.
I can whittle that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So
like,
make me a symbol of Zahir, and
she goes, and you go like, you have it in the palm of your hand and go, I need to speak with you, and then just flash it and then start walking.
okay, and yeah, I can just like I can have it like under one of my scarves or something, and just like you said, flash it.
But again, it's going to take 10 minutes to search that room.
Right. And so she walks away.
I walk away for 10 minutes. Yeah, I just keep walking through the city.
Okay.
I think we've been followed.
And then what? Like turn invisible and get away from him, and he'll just come back eventually, and we jump him when he comes back.
I can't turn invisible, but I could say, I could say, we're being followed. I'll find you later, and then just duck away.
Yeah, just string
Okay.
him along for 10 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can block his path back.
Okay,
Because
so
I'm
you want
not
to
good
follow?
at searching. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
follow them.
That'll give you guys 20 minutes if I'm walking for 10 minutes, and then he has to walk 10 minutes back. That'll give you guys 20
that's
minutes.
That's assuming he follows you the entire way, though.
Right. But even if he only follows me for 5 minutes, then he has to walk 5 minutes back. So
And okay, yeah, no, I got you. And if he doesn't follow you at all,
and then if he doesn't follow me at all, then
The plan fails and we try
Right,
another.
and
we
like
try
I said,
something else. Okay,
he could not even be there. He could have stealthed out and just.
yeah.
that is true.
They're
yeah.
all about nighttime anyways. So it could be the right time for him.
Yeah, and if he doesn't follow me, then it's like no harm done because he's not following me, so I'm not in any danger, and
Yeah, he just has seen your face.
yeah, that's pretty much all.
All right, let's return back to the Sigil District and figure out what it is we're up to. All right, kids. So let me switch the music back over. What's the plan?
Okay.
All right.
So
We need Magnus to make something for us.
Okay, it's currently 9 p.m. in Ank'Harel as you guys put your plan into motion.
Are
What do you
these
make?
windows open? Do we know?
No, they're not open. I can't. I have to keep screwing with the dynamic lighting, so let me just turn it back on, and you'll...
No, I just mean like are they? Some glass windows are just there. I didn't know if these were like windows you could open from inside or whatever.
You can. So these windows here. Are you talking about these ones that you're in front of?
The ones to his apartment is.
Okay, so currently they are windows that can be opened. I'm gonna say that, yeah, they're basically like standard, like, louvered windows, right? You just pick them up and lift them, shelf windows, right? So, currently, though, they are blocked by his curtains.
I will. I'll need to. It'll take time, but I'm gonna have to whittle a symbol of Zahir.
Okay. All right. That sounds to me like a woodworking tools check. There, Skippy. Give me that with intelligence, please, since you're trying to create a perfect, or at least a rudimentary Zahir thing. I don't know why I called you Skippy. I feel bad. I'm sorry. All right, Skippy. You got your. All right.
Big roll, Skippy.
All right. You begin carving, whittling. This takes time.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll. It's about 10 p.m. and you finally got something workable. So you guys have been just standing out here for like hours. But now you got like but after a moment, Magnus, you have a relatively decent wooden icon of Zahir.
I'm gonna go give that to Venn.
Okay, Venn, you now have a decent icon of Zahir and also a pile of wood shavings.
Yay! Alright, Venn is just going to, she's covered in her scarves and robes and everything, and she's just going to kind of hide that in the palm of her hand and, like hide her hands under her robes and stuff like that and, keep it concealed for now.
Okay.
Alright.
You ready?
Yeah. And then I'm going to go into the apartment building.
Well, before you leave, I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on you.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Rook, you cast Enhance Ability, which I'm trying to remember is...
I'm gonna do advantage on Charisma checks.
You are under concentration. And let's see, this is for Charisma checks. Okay, then an advantage to your Charisma checks.
Alright.
And let me mark you with that.
So Magnus, my thought is you could open the window and let me in since I'm not stealthy.
Sure. I'm gonna try to stealth then if that's the case.
Alright. I'm going into the apartment building, and based on where this guy's windows were, I'm gonna assume that this is his door. I'm going to knock on the door.
Okay. So, with that, let me have I'm gonna have a check over here. And here we go. Alright. There is a moment that passes, and finally, you hear a voice on the other side. Who's there?
Is there like a peephole in this door or anything?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Not a hotel room in the 1950s, I'm afraid. It's a nice standard tavern door.
No, but...
There's no there's no people, no.
Yeah. Alright. I'm just, I'm going to say, a sister. Your presence is needed.
What do you mean? Who's out there?
Diane.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I think you have to give me a little more. Sorry.
No, I will. No. I know. I'm just thinking of what to say. She's going to... Is there like a crack under the door?
Not a big one. I'm gonna say maybe just enough, like on a
Enough to see
door
light?
speed. No, I'm gonna say like, I'm gonna say that there's like a tiny bit of light down there, but like not much.
Okay.
I'll give you like a tiny bit, like maybe like a few millimeters.
Okay. I'm going to take the symbol of Zahir and
Centimeter, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the symbol of Zahir, and I'm going to like kind of purposely drop it so he hears that I'm putting something on the floor, and press it up against the door so he sees that there's something there, and say, I'm just gonna repeat myself. I'm gonna say, your presence is needed. Follow me, and and I'm gonna step away from the door and go outside and wait for a few minutes. I'll be kind of over here in the shadows, cloaked, but if he's looking for me, he'll see me,
Okay. I'm going to need a deception roll at this point.
With advantage for...
Alright, then. Time passes, and finally, you see your quarry coming out of the apartment into the street. He looks around for a moment, and he sees only you in the street, and he approaches, kind of taking cover behind the tree line, and he holds up the figurine and says,
You got my message. At last. I've been asking for days. Where have you been?
I'm going to hold my finger to my lips, and I'm going to whisper, ensure we're not followed. Come with me. And I'm going to begin walking.
Wait a minute. Get back here. Stop.
He, like kind of grabs your arm, actually. And he says,
Where are we going?
She's going to look around as if she's, making sure that they're not being followed. And she says, not here. We need to create some distance, and then I will tell you.
persuasion roll.
Okay. Does the enhance ability go away on the last check?
No, it's concentration. So
Okay, so I still get it.
For the duration for 1 hour.
All right, thank you. Here we go.
Boom.
All right, fine. Let's just be quick.
The 24.
Yep, 24.
Yeah, for the listeners out there. All right, and then she's going to begin walking down the street, and she's gonna kind of walk for some time, at least 5 minutes, while we switch to the rest of the party to see what they're doing.
Okay. Meanwhile, so Rook. So what you heard on the other side of that window is a bit of like rustling of equipment, jingling of a coin purse, picking up of something heavy and wooden, and then the door open and close again, and then lock.
okay, he'll send a message quietly to Magnus. Door's locked. They're leaving now.
Stealth,
Okay, you make a stealth roll.
23.
All right, Magnus, 23. You believe yourself to be stealthed. Go ahead. Okay. And Magnus, you get inside the apartment complex. In front of you is the door of your quarry.
Get the lockpicks out.
All right. Break out the lockpicks under the cover of stealth and begin to pick. Dexterity check with thieves' tools. With a 20, you disengage the lock.
Nice roll.
Let's pop this baby open slowly.
Okay. You crack up the door. Inside, you see a fairly decently... you've seen like a somewhat well-appointed apartment. Not amazing, but at least fairly well-appointed at this point. Looks like your quarry got one of the furnished ones. And as you step inside, presumably, what you doing?
Checking for traps right now.
Roll perception. With a 10, you believe there are no traps in your line of sight. You step in, nothing happens.
Okay, opening up the window and moving the curtains and everything.
Okay, removing the curtains, and then opening the window. All right, Rook, the window next to you opens up.
I'm gonna hop in.
Okay, come on in.
All right.
And you and Magnus are now in the room.
Yep.
I'm gonna
I'm
check under this rug.
Okay.
I'm gonna lock the door.
Okay, you shut the door and lock it.
And then
Magnus, yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna start looking around.
Okay, I need both of you to make me perception rolls.
This is sight-based, correct?
That is sight-based.
Okay. Eagle eyes on.
All right, gentlemen. On your rolls, you find a sort of what appears to be a leather-bound journal stuck within the mattress sheets.
Let's see what's up with this journal.
Okay. As you pull open the journal and begin to flip, you start seeing a small problem with the fact that the journal is in code.
Let's see. Can I go history or
Investigation. It's
All
actually
right.
investigation this time.
freaking go? Come on, decent roll. Oh,
Critical failure. Any you have an advantage or anything?
Use the inspiration.
Okay. Magnus burns inspiration to try to get a reroll.
Rolls are all over the place today, and I'm gonna use a flash of genius, make that a 14 maybe.
Okay, a 14. Rook. No, Rook. You don't happen to have investigation as a trained skill, do you?
I do not.
That's a shame. On a 14, you try cracking the code, but unfortunately you do not come up with anything. You realize that there is something odd here. It's a collection of misjumbled words and scratched out passages. And I will say this on a 14 that you know that you're probably going to need a cipher in order to break this.
And I have the Medal of Wit.
Okay, what's that?
Let's see, you can press the Medal of Wit to the temple as an action, and doing so gives you advantage on intelligence checks and saving throws for 1 hour.
Excellent. In that case, you may make that new roll. You can make that with advantage. So you've got a 10 already. Let's see if you can do better.
All right. Praying to God. Okay, 16 plus 4, that's 20.
You're using Flash of Genius again?
Well, it'd be the same roll, right? Because it was advantage.
Oh, you're right. Yes, that is a 20. And after pressing the medallion to your temple and feeling the power flow through you, the words and information begins to make sense. This is the cipher turns out to be a list of crossed out names. Names that are kind of like listing as like information about locations with names written down on them, and the names have been like crossed out like one at a time, and there's some notes like scribbled like kind of like onto like each name that says things like wants too much money, or wants too powerful a favor, did not make contact. And these notes are right next to all this crossed out names.
Well, let's see, is there anything on this book that would be a telling that this is this person's book?
Yes, I would say that that's the case. This book belongs to an individual named Laurin Ophidas. Laurin Ophidas for our listeners. Laurin Ophidas.
Keep looking around.
Is there anything incriminating in there?
Based off what you're saying, like it's not necessarily this person's book, and it is someone else's book who could be associated, or somebody this guy may have murdered. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I can tell you that this
Well,
is
it's about bribes, right?
right.
So
Favors. So we don't necessarily have anything incriminating about what he's part of, other than the reaction that Venn got. So
I'm going to give you a little bit. I think I'm going to give you a little bit more, actually, because you're probably right about that. Let's see. I'm kind of making this up, by the way, so just FYI. The journal can... You find like another section of the journal that mentions that Ophidas was once a member of the Cerberus Assembly, an organization of spellcasters in the Dwendalian Empire in Wildemount. According to his journal, as you start peeling through it, he claims that the staff of the adder that's in his possession is stolen, and he simply stole it back. He writes a couple of times about like how he's being watched by other people from the assembly, and his only hope is to locate other Zahir cultists in the city who will protect him. The search is not going well.
that's incriminating right there. Well, can I make a book? It is not in the list. I can make parchment. I just can't make a book. All right.
Well, I think we can just go find the Orm's hand, show him this, and then when he comes back, they just grab it.
because he has the staff.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we found our evidence here.
Okay.
So,
Okay, let's go out the window.
yeah, I'm gonna make sure that the windows are curtained again.
Okay,
And
sure.
make sure the place looks like it did before, and get out
Alright.
that window.
You both clamber out the window with your evidence in hand. It does not take you long to track down a patrol of the Hands of Orm, or the Hands of Ord. And with your information, Magnus, and the study, and you decrypting the cipher for them, the Hands of Ord will be more than happy to arrest this member of the Cult of Zahir. And they begin like positioning the situation, and they tell you to stand by while they make the arrest. And all right, the Hands of Ord. The Hands of Ord will be right here, and the Hands of Ord begin like taking up like positions inside the room itself.
We left you guys the window open if you want to use the window.
Wait a minute, you're breaking and entering? No, sorry.
Whoa.
No, they wait. No, they wait in the lobby of the apartment complex to get him.
It's a warm summer night, you know. People leave their windows open.
And that's at that point that Venn and Lorene return. Venn, what happened while you were away? I mean, we kind of cut away from you for a while, so did you
Yeah.
ditch Lorene, or what happened?
So what happens is Ven's gonna lead him away for, we'll say 5 minutes until he starts to get antsy, whatever. And then she will, based off of his reaction when she led him away, she's gonna turn to him because she doesn't know any of the crap that they just found out. So she's gonna try and do her own little investigation. And she's going to turn to him and she's going to say, I need more information about your request before I can do anything about it.
Here in the middle of the street? Are you out of your mind? Take me to the cell. What are you doing?
I will not do that. You will tell me here or not at all.
Intimidation roll, please.
All right.
Got advantage still.
Yeah.
So advantage. Okay, Lorene finally gets upset, and he says,
I'm needing protection. I need protection from the fellow faithful. I'm being followed. I know it.
Okay. Venn will then, her eyes will kind of flick over his shoulder as if she sees something behind him.
Mhm.
And she'll say, I believe you're right. We must split up. I will seek you out again tomorrow.
What? Now?
And
Deception with advantage.
Yep.
Because he's already paranoid.
So triple advantage.
Okay. All right. Lorene is not crushing these saves, actually. He's like rolled single digits the entire time. All right. So then Lorene's like,
Yes, very well. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
and with that, he disappears into the crowd, leaving you to do what?
she's just gonna, mosey her way around and, take the long way back to that general direction.
Mhm.
She does not want to arrive at the same time as him, so she's just gonna, kind of mosey around for a little bit, and she'll probably end up, kind of behind the tavern or something, somewhere where she can see when her party emerges. But yeah, she'll end up like over here at the behind the tavern or something, 10 minutes later or something.
Okay. So here's the resolution. As Lorene makes his way back to his apartment, the Hands of Ord jump out and say, "Halt! You're under arrest for worship of the betrayer gods." No, stop! And this is a mistake. And they hand him they pull out his journal and says, "Not according to this journal you left." And he says, "No curses! I would have gotten away with it if not for those meddling kids and their robot."
Good God.
No, obviously he doesn't say that. But yes, the Hands of Ord drag him away, kicking and screaming, and that's the last you see of Lorene Ophitis. And okay, and there you go. There is after all of that situation occurs, there is a crackle in Magnus's pocket.
Oh, someone there. Magnus,
Yes, question. What can I do for you?
what happened? Is it done? It's very late.
Yeah. We got it all taken care of, all buttoned up, if you will.
So-
Over in the Sigil district, we're gonna probably try to get our way back over there.
Oh, good. Listen, I will speak to you tomorrow. Keep the sending stone on you. I will report to Iwo Zalare. But I think that you might have a future with the Cobalt Soul.
Oh, sure. I just have to see what you guys say. Look, I'm shopping around. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just gonna kind of shop around a little bit, but I'm still willing to hear what you guys have to offer.
Oh, of course. I can speak to you tomorrow morning. Where are you staying?
Everybody else, I'm assuming like Ben's with us now at this point.
Yeah, sure. Ben's back at this point.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, good job. Glad to see you're alive.
Me too.
Prolix. Are we staying with Prolix?
Yeah, I guess we can stay with Prolix. But, question, I think we're staying with Prolix overnight.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I can call on you tomorrow morning for breakfast. Very good.
Sure.
I will see you tomorrow then.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great.
All right. And with that, that is the end of that particular assignment. Question will contact you in a little while over the Sending Stone. For now, you guys can make your way back to Prolix's to rest up. Good job.
Just some light beanie.
I was vital.
You look, if shit would have went down,
I mean, it was your idea.
that was the whole point, right?
The important thing is you looked adorable.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
I
true.
honestly thought you would have went with Venn, just in case something popped
I just
up.
didn't like the idea went with he was terrified of being followed, so I was like, maybe we
You
Oh,
don't
think
want
it's
to do
caught
that.
being followed. Yeah.
Right. Nope, that makes
And I just figured, like, I don't know. The only reason I needed to really follow, I think, was to protect Ben. Because if he came back to the place, I was gonna,
Oh
do
yeah,
something.
fully
It
get it.
wouldn't have been as good as what happened.
Hey, we did it. That's the important thing.
Okay. So, with that, you guys make your way back to Prolix's place in the Sigil District. Prolix says, he welcomes you guys back in, saying like, "Oh, how did it? Damn, I'm trying to remember the voice I gave this guy."
Oh, how did it go?
So, yeah, thank you. So, hello, friends. How did it go? Did everything turn out all right?
Yes, everything turned out just fine. I think we figured out a few things, and we're going to hear what the Cobalt Soul has to say tomorrow, and I just appreciate your hospitality.
The Cobalt Soul? I was rather hoping you would join the Allegiance, perhaps.
I'm going to be real with you, Prolex. Look, I'm going to shop around about this, and I don't want you to get disheartened. I just want to hear what both sides have to say, okay?
Oh, all right. Well, I think that's acceptable. Very good. Then, in that case, please, let's get you rested. I've got a room set aside for all of you, some guest quarters. Might be a bit. Actually, I've given. Anyway, he takes you to a room, and he's cleared out some furniture, and he's like set up some beds for you guys, and this is. All right, sleep tight. I hope you guys like pancakes. See you in the morning.
Honestly, really appreciate it, Prolex. This is very kind of you to put us up.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Remember, all in service of the Allegiance.
I hear you. You're doing a hard sell, and I can appreciate that.
Yes. Well, good night. And Prolix leaves you guys to your affairs. And with that, night settles in, and you guys can get a long rest. And now, it is time for a bit of introspection. At this point, you guys have met the three major factions in the city, whether violently or in a friendly manner. And so, as we turn inward, as you guys begin your long rest in Prolix's estate, where does the party's thoughts turn in terms of the factions themselves? And also, more importantly, what do you believe the factions aren't telling you? And so, Rook, I'm going to start with you. We'll go from right to left. So, Rook, what's your opinion on the factions at this point? And do kindly give me all three. And what is it that you think, what is it? What's Rook's impressions of the factions?
Okay, let's start. The Vermillion Dream, he's completely out on. They tried to kill him, so that's a no-go for him. He's still kind of questioning their motives, and how it seems like they're pretty much willing to do whatever it takes to get what they want. The Allegiance of the All-Sight, he's got kind of a medium, I would say mild opinion of it, like friendly, but they clearly need some sort of like help, like physical help. Like they have scholars that can't really get things done. And so I think his favorite's the Cobalt Soul. They seem like a good mix of scholars and people capable of getting things done.
Okay. Is there anything that you believe the factions are not telling you?
I'm sure they're not telling us a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like what they're after, or what they're digging for in that place under the city. How special the gem is, the Gem of Three Prayers.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a decent amount of stuff, but...
Okay. So there's just the beginnings, really, for the most part. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, Luke, go ahead and take inspiration. Magnus. Your opinions of the three factions thus far.
When it comes to the Vermillion, I think he thinks okay, so they are clearly after it. They knew who to use to get it, to work one rivalry against the other in this particular thing. So they are an intelligent, cunning group. So I don't know how much he would trust that, but would be willing to entertain it, if not to get information. But for the most part, he not really looking to join with them. Then when it comes to the assembly,
the Allegiance of All-Sight?
Allegiance, sorry, yeah. So the All-Sight, I think they've been the most cooperative so far, and have been very forthright with a lot of their stuff. He didn't quite like the first interaction with Prolix being like, oh, I'm gonna troll up and just steal a thing off a demon that you just kind of figured it out with, and then use that as leverage. It's not a big fan of that, to do the things they want him to do. But after talking with the headmaster, I mean,
I appreciate somebody that actually lays as much as they could on the table. Now, obviously, with them not knowing that we have the gem, there's no information coming that way until I think we pick a venue. Cobalt Soul, honestly don't know as much about them yet. They seem capable, and they wanted to test us through a trial, which he doesn't hate that. It means that they're not just picking anybody to side with. So he's kind of looking at what they have to say tomorrow.
Okay. Anything that you would not trust about these people at this point? I mean, the Consortium's pretty obvious, but...
I think when it comes to the Allegiance of Allsight, it's... their methods might not be the best, but that might be because they're coming from a scholarly sort of outlook to it, overthinking. Mm-hmm. Cobalt Soul, still kind of a question. It's a mystery. So okay. I don't really know fully what they're all about. I mean, I know what they're about, but I don't know what they have to do with them knowing that we have the gem. So, and them not being really forthright with what they know about that. But, I don't know. I mean, that is what it is.
Okay. Go ahead and take inspiration. Venn, your opinions of the 3 factions so far.
Well, for the Vermillion Dream, kind of similar to Magnus, she wouldn't be against kind of, hearing them out, if not to simply gain more information about them, because it seems like once they know that the group is in town, and that they're not joining them, she feels like they're going to hunt them instead, and she'd like to know what they're up against and what their goals are. But she is not interested in really joining them. She doesn't think that their methods are right, and she doesn't appreciate that they turned their friends against them. They turned Ao's group against them. That kind of pisses her off more than anything else that they're doing. For the Allegiance of Allsight and the Cobalt Soul, Venn kind of feels indifferent to either one of those. She would be satisfied joining either one. She's kind of probably right now, more inclined to go with the Cobalt Soul because they already know about the Jewel of 3 Pairs, and she thinks the less people that know, the better. And plus, they are allied, or at least friends, with the Allegiance of Allsight, so they wouldn't be, closing that door forever. But yeah, Venn feels pretty indifferent between the two right now. She thinks that either of them would be kind of good and safe options. As for what they are hiding, I already kind of explained how she feels about the Vermillion Dream. She wants to know why they want the jewel. She feels like if they were to join the Vermillion Dream, which it's not looking like they will, but if they were, she feels like they would only be using the group for the power that they possess and the jewel that they possess. For the Cobalt Soul, she wants to know how... Iwo, is that his name?
Iwo Zulare.
Iwo, she wants to know how Iwo knows about the jewel and what he knows about the jewel. That's what she thinks that he is hiding. She thinks that he obviously knows more than he's letting on about the jewel. And but she's also concerned, not really concerned, but she's noticed that they as well are kind of more, the mission they sent them on proved that they are kind of spies of some sort. They're trying to gain information and not make a scene outwardly, and so she definitely thinks they know more than they're letting on. The Allegiance of Allsight, she is curious about the power that is held within knowledge. She thinks that, they are very intellectual and probably know a lot of great ways to achieve their goal, but she doesn't really think they are hiding much. At least not at this time, she doesn't.
Okay. All right, and with that, take inspiration. All right, Kitty? Your opinions of the factions.
Okay, it's pretty simple. Vermillion, she doesn't like because they tried to kill her. She didn't like the Cobalt Soul because he basically said, "Show me the jewel, now go follow that guy." And she liked the Allegiance because he gave her a compliment, and she thinks they seem the most like fun, like, which is a big part of like Kitty's whole deal. But she would defer to the group because she doesn't like have strong like arguments for any of it.
Okay. All right. And with that, Kitty, take inspiration. Okay. So, as morning comes around and you guys finish your long rest without issues, the next morning rolls around and you guys smell the delicious scent of pancakes downstairs being made by Prolix. And, of course, the front door opens while you guys are downstairs, and you just hear the distinctive rasp of question. She enters into the room, and her and Prolix exchange pleasantries downstairs before sitting down to breakfast while you guys are still upstairs. What would you guys like to do?
Food, baby.
Go down for breakfast, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Breakfast is served as Prolix has laid out a sumptuous meal of pancakes, sausages, and orange juice. Good morning, friends. I hope you slept well. You remember question?
Good morning. So, did you give some thought to my offer of joining the Cobalt Soul?
Now, question. We shouldn't press them this early. They're still thinking about it. Isn't that right, Magnus?
He's shopping around.
Yes. Then I have to admit, that's right on the nose there. I mean, question, I do appreciate your enthusiasm, but right now I'd much rather think about breakfast. If we want to talk about anything else than business, I appreciate it.
Oh, I understand, and Prolix does make delicious pancakes. But I want to make sure that, everyone is on the same page here. And also that if Ewo is going to continue to contact you, he needs to know that you'll be on site.
You heard the man question. Calm down.
You're right. I'm sorry. Pass the syrup.
All right. Let's eat.
During breakfast, Prolix mentions, considering the situation that is developing, and considering our allegiance question...
Oh, yes, I see what you did there. Very nice.
Considering our allegiance, I wonder if perhaps your group, Magnus, Venn, Kitty, Rook, I wonder if you'd be interested in undertaking a small detail for the allegiance, perhaps.
Detail?
Oh, yes, it's not difficult at all, actually. Simple pickup, really.
I mean, I don't...
I'm good at picking things up.
I'm sure you are. And I'm having trouble getting that loaded. Sorry, go ahead.
So what are you thinking here?
Well, if it's all right with you, question.
Oh, yes, I mean, fair is fair. We're all competing here, but in a friendly way.
Yes, I thought so too. And so I would suggest that we perhaps maybe give you a little bit of information about what we're about. You see, very recently we've, been targeted, shall we say, by other factions and would-be thieves, and we actually located an item that was stolen during an encounter with one such thief. 'Tis a figurine of wondrous power in the form of a marble elephant. And, wouldn't you know it, it's lying amongst the oddities and trinkets for sale at the Bone Garden in the Sun-Cut Bazaar. Now, the proprietor of the shop, Rorosha, she's already agreed to hand over the item to the Allegiance of Allsight. And what I wanted from you was to see if you would grab the figurine from Rorosha and deliver it safely to the Crystal Chateau in the Sigil District.
Now, that does sound easy.
Well, what did you have them doing?
Nothing.
I don't necessarily mind heading that up. Is there a time limit on this thing?
I don't think so. I mean, only the time that you wish to spend not being part of the Allegiance. Hey?
Sounds too easy. What's the catch?
No catch. As far as I understand, it's Rorosha. I mean, it's our property that's been stolen. We've located it. The shopkeeper has agreed to return it to us, and all we need to do is send agents.
Well, I suppose we could take some time this morning to retrieve that, and we need more time to discuss our decision anyways.
Yes, then because of that, I promised you answers to questions, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, and that's the whole reason why you're here, is because of what we said yesterday, so...
Yes, I know. But, so what is it you want to know exactly?
Well, what is it that the Cobalt Soul has to assist us in this endeavor?
Well, it really depends on what it is that you're looking for.
She looks over at Prolix for a moment and says, and she kind of like looks over at Kitty for a brief minute, and Kitty's still concealing the Jewel of Three Prayers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she says,
Well, we might be able to assist you with information about, any wide number of subjects, really. And, we also would help entrust those secrets of you, that any secrets that you might be possessing, and any knowledge that you might possess wouldn't fall into the wrong hands.
Prolix pops in at that point. He says, well, now, just a moment. What exactly is it you're implying?
Nothing. I'm just saying that perhaps the allegiance is a little bit, too open at times.
Too open? That's entirely the entire point, my dear. The allegiance is here to learn, to understand, to ascertain, and to share that knowledge with the world. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, yes, but you heard what happened at Batsazan. Members of my own order were killed. They're trying to hunt down this information. I'm sorry, Prolix, but some information is dangerous, and it has to be kept safe from the wrong people.
Well, I completely disagree. I mean, information. Sunlight is the best disinfectant, my dear. And if information is to be spread and shared, then we deal with and people misuse that information. We deal with that then. We don't conceal it from people. We allow them to make their own decisions. That's the point of open and honest education.
Some secrets have to stay secret, Prolix. You know that as well as I.
And you can kind of see that they're kind of getting into a discussion about, what to do with knowledge. And for a brief moment, Prolix actually throws in, a little jab at the Vermillion Dream while he's at it. Well, at least we're not hoarding the knowledge completely and selling it for sale like the Vermillion Dream.
On that we agree. That is the wrong method. It's parceling it out to the highest bidder, that it shows no one gets the information unless they have the gold to back it up.
Well, on that we agree, at least.
Okay, so y'all, I think we gotta make a decision here.
Actually, you don't have to. If you want to do the mission for the Allegiance and then that's it, then after that you can kind of make a call. But, it's really up to you.
I'm fine with doing the mission. From what I'm understanding here is, I think after that conversation, I think I would go with the Cobalt Soul myself.
Anybody else?
I think Venn would, like I said earlier, Ven's kind of leaning Cobalt Soul, but she is okay with either.
Okay, so Cobalt Soul, not a problem. Let's do this Allegiance one and then head on over there.
Here's your package. See ya.
I mean, they're allies.
Yeah, they are allies. That is true. That has not changed.
I got no problem doing missions for them.
Yeah, they have different views on knowledge, but they still are friendly to each other, and I think that's not to be discredited.
Not to mention both in opposition to the Vermillion Dream. There is that too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then in that case, question leaves you with says.
Well then, I'll leave you to make your decision. But Magnus, can I have that sending stone, please?
It makes sense. Yeah. Here you go.
She takes it and hands you a different one.
That one is for Iwo Zalare. He wants to speak with you directly if you've decided to join the Cobalt Soul. If you don't, all you have to do is let him know, and I'll come back and pick up the stone.
Understood. We'll likely just drop it off if that's the case.
Of course, you know where we're located in the guided district. Very well. Prolix, I hope you're not sending them on something dangerous.
I've already said, my dear, it's not dangerous at all. It's a simple pickup.
All right, well, in that case, be safe and try not to get any stones in your boots. Bye.
Right.
And question heads out. All right. With that, Prolix gives you guys the location of the shop of Rorosha, known as the Bone Garden in the Suncut Bazaar, and you guys can head that direction when it suits you.
Yep, let's go to the Bone Garden. I think Venn would be interested in that.
Sounds fun as hell.
Then in that case, allow me to switch. If there's no objections, allow me to switch the music, and let's head that way.
There's not enough bones for this garden.
No, right? No, just kidding.
I expected more bones.
Maybe it's compost, right?
All right. You guys are here. Crimson banners, hanging flags of all colors, and cloth drapery that provides shade over the crowded streets herald the entrance to the Sun-Cut Bazaar, the center of commerce in Ank'Harel. Awnings stretch above open-air food stalls over here, offering treats ranging from fresh fruit to sweet semolina cakes to warm meat carved directly off a roasting spit. They've got shawarma here. Most of the densely packed stone buildings are stores that either sell artisan goods and shops that buy and sell magic items and non-magical trinkets. And over here, in the far corner of the district, lies the palatial Lux Run Casino. As you guys enter into the courtyard down here at the south, it's now business hours in the bazaar, roughly about 9 a.m. after you guys caught a coach. If you guys want to catch it now, if you guys wanted to walk, that's fine. But if you want to catch a coach, then that would have been 2 silver per person. Walker.
Let's walk.
You're just gonna walk it? Okay. All right. So you guys walk it. Hang on to your silver. A little bit footsore later on, but you do end up getting there. Hungry folk are lining up in front of the food stalls on the west side of this courtyard, and others are sitting around the edge of the courtyard's fountain and sharing gossip. Ahead of you, you guys see a shop that is labeled the Bone Garden. It's a clatter of fish and bone wind chimes hanging out here that is right next to the door, and looks like that chime will make a noise when you enter in, like a little jingle, kind of. From your position, you guys can see it's a combination of pawn shop, antique store, and repository of strange and misplaced items. The shop here stands near the main entrance of the bazaar, and actually the main entrance is over here, I should say, but you guys came into the courtyard. You guys have heard, I guess if you guys were like asking around about the Bone Garden, you did every once in a while that the name of the bazaar has actually become a running joke among the residents of Ank'Harel. Fruitless searches for a missing key or a lost earring often end with a lighthearted comment, "It'll probably end up among the bones within the week." All right. And that's what you guys are seeing in the bazaar. So, what would you guys like to do?
Ace the casino.
Sure.
Shall we,
Casino
find
heist.
this person?
Yeah, can I look around? Is there anybody, like, watching the shop? Like, casing the joint?
Sure. Give me a perception roll, please.
I'll assist. Oh, wait, no, it's
I got
perception.
advantage.
Yeah, or I got advantage.
24.
Okay, with a 24. Let's see. Reading. Right. No, you don't see anybody, like, watching the shop, Rook, from your perspective.
Okay.
The shop is
tell the party.
The shop is this building, by the way.
Yep.
Except for Rook.
Yeah. How I'm casing the joint.
Are the bones like a wind chime?
Yeah, that's exactly it. In fact, it's a door chime.
Kitty wants to go touch the chimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start moving up. After not seeing any danger, I'm just gonna...
Unless there's a sign that says "Don't touch the chimes."
And you guys approach the door, and Kitty, there's the wind chimes, all pretty and touchable.
I'll run my fingers across them, or you know what I mean.
They make a satisfying clickety-clacky sound, as they are also interwoven with a few bells as well, and they just kind of like clickety-clack and then jingle. It's all very nice.
Are they humanoid bones?
No, they are fish bones. Yes, they're human. No, they're fish bones.
Oh.
They're cobalt bones.
Kitty turns to Rook.
Can I have 100 gold coin?
Kitty, I don't think you're gonna... Did you want to buy the chime?
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna need 100.
Okay.
We'll get you a chime, don't you worry.
Alright, so she'll wait for somebody and enter the shop.
I'm going into.
As you enter into the shop, there, as I said, it's a repository of strange and misplaced items. And there's an individual standing here who is a young woman, a human, who kind of like, looks at you guys as you enter into the shop. But there is a parrot on her left shoulder, a gray parrot. Looking almost immediately at the door, you guys see a sign that says, talk to me, not to the bird, written in common.
It's taking everything in Kitty's power to not talk to the bird.
And the bird, however, does say, "Welcome to the bone garden. Try not to steal anything." And the young woman just sort of looks at the bird, and she just shakes her head and looks at your party, and then she waves at you without saying a word.
Alright.
We are here to pick up a shipment.
The young woman cocks her head at you kind of a little bit, and she comes a little closer as if to... But she does, again, she doesn't say a word.
Kitty signs hello.
She looks over at Kitty, and she returns the sign, and she says, and what the first thing she says is, "Oh, thank the gods, someone who speaks in sign. Thank you."
And then Kitty signs how much for the chime.
She looks over at the chimes. She looks back at Venn, and then she signs, "I thought you were here for a package."
I will sign, yes, we are.
The young woman looks back at Venn, looks back at Magnus, looks back at Kitty, and then finally looks at Rook. And then she signs at him. Rook, do you speak sign language?
I do not. So he just kind of lifts his hands up to the side and like I don't know what's going on.
Okay, the young woman says, the young woman produces a card like out of her doublet, and she hands it to Venn. The card says, "My name is Rorosha."
Oh. Venn will introduce herself. She said, "I'm Venn. The ones that speak sign are Kitty over there, asking, or no, she did that in sign. Kitty over there and Magnus, and then Rook is the one over there who has no clue what's going on."
It's not a library.
Everything in Kitty's power. Everything.
Rorosha just simply pets the bird and feeds it a cracker, and she signs to Venn and says, "Ignore him. I use him for the people who don't know how to talk correctly." And she looks over at Kitty at that point and says, "I'm sorry, the chime's not for sale."
I will put up, how can we get one?
Rorosha does put up a finger, and she does come back with a different chime. It's not made with fish bones, but it is made with small bits of broken pottery that kind of like jingle together. And she kind of shakes that in Kitty's direction, like a parent shaking keys at their baby, right? And she's like, and she says, she signs 3 copper.
Look at Kitty.
Kitty asked Rook for 3 copper.
He will hand her 3 copper.
Okay. Rorosha comes over to Kitty, silently hands her the chimes and collects the 3 copper, and then she does a bow to Kitty as she drops the coins in her purse.
Kitty will then sign, "We're supposed to pick up an elephant."
Rorosha like signs back to you, allegiance.
And yep.
Okay. She turns back to Venn and Magnus, and she signs, "The package is over here. Just a moment." And the bird, hops off her shoulder and begins errantly pecking at a cracker that's been left behind on the shelf as Rorosha goes to go get the figurine.
Kitty translates the signs at this point.
Rorosha comes back with a box, and she hands it off to Venn.
Right.
And she then signs. "Here you go." Oh, Venn can't sign. Oh,
yeah, Venn can't sign.
Oh, okay. Then she signs to whomever is closest. Then, and I guess it would be Kitty. It would probably be Kitty. Then she hands the box up to Kitty and then says, "Here you go."
And I sign, "Thank you very much. It was very nice to meet you."
She says, she finally signs. Just a moment, and then she pulls open the box so you can look inside, and there is indeed a small elephant figurine in the box itself. And she then reaches down and picks up the figurine, just to show it to you, right? And when that happens, something happens. As Rorosha picks up the figurine to show it to you, there is a sort of crystalline, sort of like a crystalline figurine that is kind of here, and there is a reaction where you see this sort of red, sort of light begin emanating from the elephant statue, and Rorosha looks at the figurine as if she's confused as to what's happening, and then she looks at Kitty for what to do.
Kitty's gonna... It's getting big.
It is glowing bright red at this point.
Okay, I think Kitty's going to grab it and run outside with it at least, because it may be exploding.
Okay, so you snatch you snatch the figurine. That's fine, and go ahead and move yourself where you're going to go.
I'll sign, "Sorry about that. I'm not sure what's happening just yet."
Rorosha signs back, "Is everything okay?" And
I have no idea.
And what you guys see, it tells you that it is not indeed okay. Okay, here's what happens. The elephant continues to glow and glow brighter and brighter until finally the figurine begins to transform into a much larger version of itself, even if this space is occupied by other creatures. Kitty, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please, as the figurine becomes a much larger-than-life elephant.
Oh no.
This is the greatest thing that ever happened.
That's cool art.
That's awesome.
All right, Kitty, let's get that dex save.
14.
All right, Kitty. 14 is a success. You are pushed into the nearest unoccupied space, away from the elephant. Kitty, you push one space out. There you go. So what happens is the creature, the elephant, just is now like just losing its mind and like stomping through the bazaar and that sort of thing, and just playing all sorts of merry havoc. The commoners fucking scatter. They start screaming and panicking. The entire place is like kind of caught up in an uproar, and the individuals like just finally just beat feet. Like the commoners like get out of Dodge. So, as the elephant expands to its massive size, dumping Kitty away from it, as Kitty is able to kind of fling herself away from the giant elephant, it begins to rampage through the area, and it's just gonna start just causing all sorts of massive damage. So you guys and with that, as Rorosha dives for cover, and the people of the courtyard just begin fleeing, dumping kebabs and shawarma pretty much all over the area, you guys were going to have to deal with this whole situation next time. Womp womp.
Hey.
Hey.
I love a good
Kebabs.
random combat.
It wasn't dangerous, guys.
It wasn't dangerous.
It never is.
Never is.
Okay.
The hell.
I am now hardcore allegiance.
Because they gave you an elephant to play with.
Weird magic shit versus find this cultist. Way more my.
But they did lie.
Yeah, he told us it wasn't dangerous.
I think that they didn't know it would be dangerous. I feel like this was some sort of an attack that they didn't know would happen.
Could be. Could be.
I don't know. Prolix is a bit of a bookish kind of guy. I'm not sure he was in on the whole. I'm not sure he was lying so much. He just probably didn't understand.
As incompetent.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Never
Incompetent.
assume malice when you can be
Incompetence.
incompetent.
Incompetence at subterfuge and tactics and violence. Yeah, certainly incompetent. He's a bookworm.
He's incredibly competent if it comes to getting us to do stuff for him.
Hey, you guys could have
Two
said
for
no.
two.
You guys could have said no. You said like,
I know. I'm saying he's competent in that way.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's probably just the dungeon master. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight's session of Critical Role Call the Netherdeep. I hope you guys enjoyed this audio, and we are going to be back with our next episode very soon. Do tune in for that. But for now, this is Sykersomatic, and these are my players, and we are all saying good night. Thank you guys for listening.
Nice.
Night.
Night.
Right.